The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this commentary belong solely to the author and do not necessarily represent the views of our company, management, staff, or our affiliates.
Do we not sometimes forget? Of course we do. Time and tide moves on, our lives get busy, and we forget a lot of things. Let us not, however, forget the pivotal events following the 2020 general elections. Recall with clarity the chaotic days and nights that engulfed GCOM's Region 4 headquarters at Ashman's building, the flash drive saga, the cribbing images of Mingo falling ill only to be miraculously risen a few hours later to shout the Region 4 results from on high is still fresh. Recall also the menacing threats issued to diplomats and observers by PNC officials of eviction and expulsion, and the arrival of the riot squads to clear the building, or else. It marks as well that we remember these things. Let us never forget the clumsy and oafish attempts to use a dirty bedsheet to project the fictitious vote tally for Region 4. The many attempts to invalidate the votes of hundreds of thousands of Guyanese to attempt plain old-time election rigging. Let us not forget our legal stalwarts who fought valiantly to preserve our democracy and way of life from the ne'er-do-wells who, through their malicious plot to rig the elections, would have brought worldwide sanctions upon our collective heads. Let us not forget the brave souls who turned up daily during the CARICOM-brokered recount to offer their services, even as the alarming worldwide pandemic threatened our very existence. Let us recall with translucency the determined efforts of the APNU AFC to foment racial strife amongst our population by the spreading of hateful propaganda that almost shook the foundation and erased the gains we made towards national unity. Let us not forget our countrymen and women in the diaspora, particularly those in the USA, who wrote letters to their elected officials to alert them of the atrocity that was taking place in their birthplace. Those who applied pressure through social media and offered support in whatever form they could. We must celebrate the columnists, talk show hosts, bloggers, and letter writers who swarmed and overwhelmed the riggers into reclusion. Lastly, let us never ever forget those courageous and fearless Guyanese from all strata of society who turned up to keep watch and protect the ballots stored in the containers at GCOM. We will be forever beholden to these guardians of democracy. They came from all 10 regions of our vast and beautiful country with a determination that the rigging of elections experienced from the 60s through the 80s not be inflicted upon us again. The nation owes these valiant men and women a depth of gratitude that we can never repay. Let us never forget.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this commentary belong solely to the author and do not necessarily represent the views of our company, management, staff, or our affiliates.